Over 30 Ugandan journalists have had their skills enhanced in investigative reporting, specifically focusing on hidden stories surrounding sexual and reproductive health and rights (Srhr). This intensive 4-day training, hosted by Palladium as part of the Women's Integrated Sexual Health, Wish Policy and Systems Project, in collaboration with the BBC Media Action, took place at Fairway Hotel in Kampala. The primary objective of the training was to bolster journalists' abilities to report on Srhr accurately, ethically, and using investigative methods that foster accountability and raise public awareness. Esther Nakazi is the founder of Health Journalists Network Uganda, HEJNU.
Much information that is not true or misinformation or even disinformation that is being spread deliberately is happening about Srhr. So the training that we are having now is to help them understand and to help them report better and to help us, because I'm also a journalist, to help us to better our society by giving factual information, debunking things that are not true, and providing clear messages that will help shape our communities.
Dr. Betty Chadondo is the country director for the WISH program at Palladium.
Be able to make some contribution to sexual reproductive rights. And the main objective of this training is not to give you that knowledge and go. Is to ensure that how are you impacting on sexual reproductive health with the knowledge that you have gained. And I told you in day one that we want to see the impact this will create in the immediate but also in the long term. Okay? And I am very excited. I haven't listened to all your pitches, but at least I have listened to some of those that may create impact in the communities and also influence either it will be maternal or child health or it will be adolescent health, whatever contribution that is going to make. So we appreciate the time that you have given us, we appreciate the ideas that you have shared, we appreciate the fact that these are going to create some impact in the communities, and we pledge to continue working with you through BBC Media, but also through HEJNU, MCI. No one organization comes out. You know, maternity health care. The Ministry of Health alone cannot do much. We've been hearing about multi-sectoral collaboration because we've always think it is health is going to be the thing, but it is not delivered. We have had a number of participants coming together through the reproductive maternal, newborn, adolescent, health, civil society organizations, platforms, but still without challenge. So your contribution to improving this environment is very much appreciated. I know Mr. Emma will tell you we want to create a community of practice where we are doing this investigative journalism and it is giving us results.
The journalists expressed their appreciation for the training, noting that it would empower them to uncover important but often overlooked stories related to Srhr.
For me, basically, I've learned to put more focus on sexual reproductive health issues since they are given less attention, and I feel we are not sensitized enough. I feel this is an interesting topic to take on. Just acknowledging those, the donors and media houses to do these continuous workshops about such related topics, and I call upon the Ministry of Health to fund more in these knowledgeable topics, because I feel people are ignorant about them, and even with the journalists lack enough knowledge about it.
I've learned one, it's an interactive space. Number two, I have learned very important things about fact checking, how to investigate good stories, a lot more of issues around SRHR that have been very outstanding. And now at least I have also learned good skills of angle making to make sure that I make my stories so beautiful. But the other thing I've also learned is that they are a team of experts and people who have been long into the SRHR, so I have been able to pick a few things from them. I have learned very well now how to construct. I've learned new terminologies like narratives. I now see things like narrative, constructing narratives, perspectives, investigation styles, fact checking, debunking of information. So I will not make these mistakes. So the last thing is that I have also learned that actually I need to improve my journalistic knowledge and have different perspectives. I should not be streamlined to one thing. And actually, SRH is something that is trending. Probably I have not paid attention to. But out of this training now, I have realized that they are very passionate. I've been talking about them on the periphery, but now I'm going in depthly. I think it's an interesting training for me.
I've learned a lot about SRR today. I've learned so many things. I've learned how to go about the stories. Like instead of going direct, I have to know my entry point. So knowing my entry point is going to help me doing more stories about SRH. The framing, and when you are doing investigation, the language to use, the sources, everything. So yeah, I'm willing to do a story after this frame and also keep on advocating for SRHR.
The organizers of this training, I think it's a good one because it has helped open my journalistic skills. When I got to know that we, the journalists, are supposed to play a key role in make sure that the issues related to sexual and reproductive health and rights are supposed to be reported in our communities. Most of these things are happening in our communities, and we, the journalists, have not taken time to do stories so that the public gets to know about their sexual and reproductive rights. Because most of the people there, they can give an example like family planning. Yes, it is someone's right to access family planning, but you find the community have not gotten that information, so it becomes difficult for a person to know that it is her right as a woman to have access family planning. So I give thanks to Maladia together with Benji for organizing this training, which brought almost around 30 journalists across the country. I believe when I go back, most stories about sexual and reproductive health will come out.
And answer different people do shape that is what? SRHR narrative. So political figures, the professionals and education, and so many others. They do shape the narrative of what? Sexual reproductive health.
And the promise is that we'll keep in touch. Like some other things, if the money comes, I'm sure from April onwards, we'll still engage. Yeah, and the good thing is the WhatsApp. So I get the number. Sure, we'll stay.
Deluxe Emi Alamu, Light TV, Kampala.